that Church of Scientology is so afraid of.
This is SPTV.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to all of you. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world watching this. And today, you guys, we're going to be actually reacting to the first public statements made by actress of the literal year, Laura Prepon, Miss Prepon, who was one of Danny's best friends. Miss Prepon, who did take it upon herself to accost the Jane Does back in the day when they were at Celebrity Center. And Miss Prepon that really thought, gee, Mila and Ashton are getting all the attention right now. Why isn't anyone paying attention to me? And why don't I just literally do really one up their horrific apology video that those two made for themselves? Never mind, you guys, that, Miss Prepon has stayed very mum this whole time, has not wanted to say a shred of a statement about anything, purporting that, she really did leave so long ago. And, what in the literal hell is everyone so pressed about? So we are going to be confronting that. So let's get to our statement. So in today's live discussion, we're going to expose the deep-seated corruption that permeates both the cult-like domains of Hollywood and Scientology. We find ourselves face-to-face with actress Laura Prepon, who, like many others, has played a role in this elaborate masquerade of silence and self-serving duplicity and complicity. Let's not mince words here. Laura Prepon's actions are nothing short of an affront to justice and accountability. Her attempt to divert attention by creating a video on stuffing a pepper is emblematic of much larger problem. The deliberate and calculated distraction from the horrifying truths hidden within the walls of Scientology and Hollywood. Laura Prepon, once alleged to have distanced herself from Scientology, now conveniently overlooks the atrocities that she witnessed as a paid member of Scientology hotels. The abuse, the systemic and institutionalized exploitation of unimaginable suffering of minors, so-called kids in adult bodies, are all met with a resounding silence from those who literally know way better. In this unapologetic conversation, we are here to call out Scientology and Hollywood for their roles in perpetuating these horrors. Their coordinated silence has allowed the legacy of abuse to persist and thrive, casting a long shadow over the lives of countless children who are still, as of today, in this year 2023, trapped inside those horrific hotels. We demand answers. We demand accountability. We demand actual justice to take place. It is time to shatter the illusion of the fake AF innocence and confront the dark reality of this deep-seated, state-sponsored, industrial-sized scale corruption of which all kids are left stuck footing the bill. We must expose the dark underbelly of Hollywood and Scientology. the cults that they are and ensure that those in power are actually held responsible for their actions. In this year 2023, it's time for America to act boldly, act decisively, and most importantly of all, act today to protect the vulnerable kids still stuck inside of those hotels. We have fully broken free from the chains of silence that have been bound to us since our birth. Kids of Scientology. CC Hollywood Reporter. CC Los Angeles Times. CC FBI. CC LAPD headquarters, including but not limited to Human Trafficking Division, that is besties with actress Marisol Nichols. P.S. Stop playing dumb. Silence equals complicity. So just like that, you guys, as if the insult could not be any worse from those ridiculous apology videos of Mila and Ashton. Apparently, Laura really thought it would be a very ha 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 he 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 moment for her to really drop this literal video. And shout out to the kid of Scientology who sent us this to really, show us what in the hell is going on. Because I'm sure that Laura would really love to grow her YouTube channel now and really, pitch herself as the new Martha Stewart that she's not. And, let's just literally confront this video because the tone deafness is going to become clear AF. You guys, literally, kid you not.
Hey guys, so a lot of you have been asking for more quick prep dinners, which is awesome because those are some of my favorite dinners, quick prep,
Well, you know what, Laura? A lot of us have been asking the question of when in the hell you're going to come forward, not with BS quick dinners about bell peppers getting stuffed, but actually about your personal involvement, your personal complicity, your personal full knowing what in the hell was going on in those parties, what in the hell was going on with the Jane Does that you also know personally by name, because it's not like they just showed up as randoms that nobody knew in the hell who they were or anything like that, right? So maybe listen to what a lot of people have been asking. What in the literal hell is going on with you? And, maybe not just give us recipes of peppers that we don't even give a shred of an F about.
because they're quick and they use prep ingredients. So I'm making dinner and I thought I would share with you guys what I'm making in case it sparks any ideas for you. So
you know what's sparking an idea right now, Laura? Right now, what's sparking an idea is what in the literal hell is really going on with you. You look stressed. You look, like you look like you're really trying to cover up your real human emotions that you should really be feeling, quite frankly. I mean, it's not like your best friend of decades didn't just get to go serve a life sentence for himself. Never mind that you and your PR team really took it upon yourselves to distance yourselves because, these PR people that help these celebrities, you guys, really do plan, scheme, and plot. They really go, you know what we need to get a ton of distance from right about now, since Danny is going through this trial, and it would be great for us not to be caught writing letters like the Kutchers. So let's really put out that rumor that you left so long ago and you don't have a shred of a clue about anything that's going on. And, that was just a period of your life where you were really experimenting stuff, and that motherhood, literally kid you not, guys, motherhood is one of the reasons that Laura Prepon says that she really left, right? Because nothing like becoming a mother to really want to leave all the kids that were being abused behind in the hotel, literally there. I mean, in what world does motherhood spark more stupidity? In what world does motherhood prevent you from seeing firsthand what you were all about sponsoring for you and your buddies inside the hotel when it was convenient to have child slaves? So that is literally what has sparked us, from you telling us that you really want to teach us how to make a stuffed pepper.
First, this is just some ground turkey breast that I cooked up with onion, garlic, turmeric, which is awesome and so good for you, anti-inflammatory, and tastes delicious.
You know what's also anti-inflammatory, Lara? Telling the truth. Lies inflame you. Lies create toxicity inside of your literal body. So instead of trying to really get rid of the inflammation by adding turmeric, maybe try a little bit of truth. I mean, literally a little bit of truth would go a long way, right, guys? Just like I don't even have anything here to sprinkle the truth with, but that could be really great for you to do that. A little bit of truth would really disinflame you. And just so you guys know, not to go totally off subject here, but here's the line that you can, you guys can Google for yourself. Laura Prepon on motherhood, sharing her truth and her decision to leave Scientology. Well, let's just get into it real quick. If motherhood has taught me anything so far, is that something can work out for a period of time and then you move on. The mother of two tells people. So shout out to you, People Magazine, Liz McNeil, reporter Liz McNeil of People Magazine, who on August 17, 2022, definitely, scammed and schemed with Laura's PR team to really get an exclusive to give it to people. More of these celebrity talking heads, celebrity launderers of image, corporate media from hell that really think that, doing these ridiculous, horrendous laundering of image. I mean, what else do you call this, you guys? Laura Prepon on motherhood, sharing her truth and her decision to leave Scientology. Isn't that nice, you guys, that how many of us as kids had the ability to decide a shred of a thing? Right? I mean, it's not like our passports were not literally locked up. It's not like we had a gun to our head being told that our entire family network as literal kids were going to dump us because we were going to be so degraded if we broke the billion-year contract. And imagine being Liz McNeil from People Magazine that really thought for herself, you know what kind of headline we're going to go with here? Motherhood, sharing her truth, Laura's own personal truth, and how really for these celebrities, it is up to them to decide if they want to be in Scientology or not, you guys. That's what this headline is literally giving. And that's what this headline is really breaking news about, right? because apparently celebrities that do get the special treatment, that do get the literal red carpet rolled out for them, who do get told ad nauseum how special they are, how important they are, how unique they are, how multimillionaire they are, they can decide, oh, you know what, now that I have two kids, let me just mosey out of here because I really want to continue with my life. The article continues, motherhood has been a game changer for Laura Prepon. A game changer. Again, reporter Liz McNeil from People magazine. Very amazing choice of words, Liz. A game changer. You know what they were telling kids inside those hotels? That they were playing a game. Y'all are just playing a game. Play the game, you guys. Just be part of the team, be part of the group. Really spend your entire formative years here at Celebrity Center. This is going to be great for you. You're going to love it. And as soon as Laura Prepon had two kids, all of a sudden, game changer. So very a la Scientologist. I'm playing a game here at this hotel, but you know what? Now that I'm a mother, I'm going to change my game. So just an FYI, Laura, that is not a thing. You're not changing a game. You were part, complicit in a scheme of whatever in the hell you and your buddies, including but not limited to Danny Masterson, were up to during parties where the unthinkable was taking place, where y'all all took it upon yourselves to write all manner of KRs, willingly incriminating your damn selves. And I'm not knowing if you wrote a KR at the time, but most likely you would have been required if you were at that party, or if you heard someone doing anything, or as soon as you had that conversation with the Jane Doe, you would have gone KR to your handler. I really wanted to get the ethics in of the Jane Doe. I really did see her at the parking lot, and I really did scare her. Here you go, Susan Watson. I'm really doing my part to play the game that we get to play at Celebrity Center. So the games could not be more ridiculous. The Orange is the New Black and That 70s Show star says welcoming her daughter 4 and son 16 months with her husband, actor Ben Foster, led her to look inward. Isn't that interesting, you guys? Laura Prepon is looking inward after becoming a mom. And as much as she looks inward, she plays dumb, like she never saw a shred of a kid having a hotel post, such as, including but not limited to, ethics officers, including but not limited to interrogators, kids that were made interrogators under the age of 18. Let's even leave the 18 and 21. Let's pretend that they don't exist. Let's pretend that those could have joined the army or could have really joined that hotel to screw their lives for the rest of their lives, for a billion years, for the great, amazing opportunity of helping, including but not limited to, Miss Prepon. As a brand new mother, oh, here's the quote, you guys. So, quote from Laura Prepon. Quote, as a brand new mother, I was reflecting so much on my own upbringing and the way I was mothered. The way she, Miss Prepon, was mothered. And she does go on the record, you guys. She's all over the public record about what an amazing childhood she had, how amazing her really, meat and potatoes parents were that were actual, professionals in the United States. I think her dad was a doctor or something. I forget, but her parents, she says, were outstanding parents that really did give her a very normal childhood. So it's not like she didn't know what a normal childhood looked like when she went inside those hotels. But I guess when the childhood of other kids that did take it upon themselves to sign billion-year contracts for themselves never sparked any sort of, what was it, inward looking for Miss Prepon. So I think that the theme here is when it's convenient for them, they buy the false pitch. But when it's not convenient to them, they don't. She continues. Here's her next quote. So talking about a brand new mother, I was reflecting so much on my own upbringing and the way I was mothered. The actress 41 tells People, I was forced to look at a lot of things in my life that I wasn't looking at before. Isn't that great, you guys? Laura Prepon literally, and I quote, I was forced to look at a lot of things in my life that I wasn't looking at before. So imagine being Laura Prepon that looked at a lot of things in her life, but she didn't give a shred of a F to force herself, because she says she was forced to look. Wasn't she was just like, all of a sudden, she really like came to epiphany AF. Wasn't like she was just all of a sudden, cooking a bell pepper and then having the epiphany of her life. She was somehow forced to look at a lot of things that she had never looked at before, and never mind that we have not a shred of evidence that any of the things that she was forced to look had anything to do with anything other than selling this pathetic image laundering that People Magazine and Miss Prepon were counting on to dupe us all. As if we were just going to forget so quickly, Laura. Literally, as if. In March 2020, Prepon revealed that her mother had taught her to be bulimic. Oh, well, I guess your mother wasn't that great after all, Laura. Your mother taught you to be bulimic? So I guess, you're out there pitching that you had an amazing childhood and you love your parents so much, but you also had a mom that taught you to be bulimic. What type of mother teaches their daughter to be bulimic? Because that sounds literally grotesque AF. A story she told in her memoir, You and I as Mothers. I mean, hold on, you guys. Let's just spray some rose water and just cleanse our head real quick. I think we need to also drink some Mexican lemonade. Holy moly. I mean, I don't have time to review You and I as Mothers, you guys, but if y'all want to get that little book for yourselves, let's see what in the hell Laura is pitching. Mothers need to know. And I'm sure she'll tell us about her bulimic mother that was really teaching her that. So, as shocking as the truth was, Prepon, who has long since recovered, is grateful she decided to share her story. Isn't that great, you guys? Nothing like playing a victim for people to have sympathy for her, so that then everyone forgets that she was a paid member to Celebrity Center, Scientology Hotel Celebrity Center, which all manner of doors were open, wide open for her to walk the red carpet. Come over here, Laura. This little girl, Miranda Scoggins, is going to really handle your ethics. So go tell her all your deepest, darkest secrets, because a teenager should really be doing that. I mean, maybe because she had a horrendous mom that really did teach her to be bulimic, taught her. I mean, I've never seen that pitch that way, you guys. I mean, people usually go, yeah, I became bulimic, my mother influenced it, but here apparently the mother was teaching her. That's exactly how they wrote it here. And there's a whole memoir that if anybody really wants to take a deep dive as to what in the hell that mother was doing to Laura Prepon, I'm sure it's there. So here's the next quote. Quote from Laura Prepon: I had so many people reaching out to me, telling me about their own issues and struggles with food and their relationship with their parents, she says. So, attention, y'all. Laura Prepon apparently really does respond to a lot of people reaching out to her. And apparently a ton of people were coming to her with their own struggles and issues about food and their relationship with their parents. And I wonder if one of those people was Danny Masterson. I mean, not that Danny Masterson had any problems with his food, but he definitely had problems with his mom. I'll tell you that much. He cannot be in denial for the rest of his existence. And I'm sure in jail, even Danny Masterson will have time to reflect, to self-reflect, now that the circus is over, now that the clownery is over, now that reality has bit. But it's not like Danny was alone, right, guys? Because we just literally covered yesterday the circus of enablers behind all of these criminal acts happening. So they didn't happen in a vacuum. They didn't happen in a closet. They didn't happen in a literal void. They happened inside a hotel where this information was being data mined by, including but not limited to, minors or now adults who were once upon a time minors, like Miranda Scoggins and Julian Schwartz, all supervised by an adult, David Pettit, the CO of this hotel here in California. So hopefully we can start making sense of this, but right now it doesn't look like we are, guys. It looks like the plot thickens AF every single day, where we don't even have to go look for ourselves. The information is coming, landing in our literal lap, by kids that did grow up in Scientology, kids that do know Laura from her Celebrity Center days, back in the days. So our sources couldn't have seen this for themselves enough, because they were also given a literal front row seat. So here's the next quote from Laura. Many people have thanked me for opening up about my relationship with my mother, both with positive and the negative, because a lot of times we glaze over stuff because it's hard or makes us feel vulnerable. Aw, you guys. Laura Prepon. Imagine being Laura Prepon really calling up your mom. Hey, Mom, you know what my publicist team and I allegedly are scheming and scamming here? Since Danny is literally facing what in the hell he's facing, maybe I really can, just smear you all over People magazine and tell everyone that you taught me to be bulimic, that you're just whatever, and just do a solid for me, Mom, because, all manner of positive and negative things were glazed over because people feel vulnerable. So apparently you also just glazed over, Laura, because glazing is what you're doing. Glazing the peppers and glazing your own brain as you purport to be so out of touch with reality that literally hasn't even been a couple of weeks since the news broke that he did get fully convicted, that he did get found guilty. Never mind, you already knew what the facts were, Laura. You already knew that, but let's really tell everyone how to stuff a green pepper. If there's someone out there who's silently struggling with dysfunctional eating or struggling with their parents, and it helped a single person, I'd be happy. Quote from Laura Prepon, you guys. I mean, you cannot even make this stuff up if it wasn't literally quoted by Quote People magazine. And let's read that again, just so that all of you can put it in your notes about Laura Prepon. If there is someone out there who is silently struggling with dysfunctional eating or struggling with their parents, imagine putting out a statement about anyone struggling with their parents and being that person that had a front row seat at the struggles of the parents that Danny had. Again, Carol Masterson was always around these people, you guys. She was the momager. She was the know-it-all. She was the, oh, Carol, go tell Carol. Go ask Carol. She's our terminal. She's the one that really is going to tell us what in the hell's going on because she's so OT. She's so superior than us. And just like that, all of these actors were subservient to Momager of the Year, Scientologist Carol Masterson. OT powers that woman has to make kids subservient to her. So Laura had her own toxic relationship with her mom, and she just went and got herself another toxic relationship with Carol Masterson. Then she took a front row seat at watching that toxic relationship play out, see the type of, personal struggles that her own bestie, Danny Masterson, was having for himself. Never mind, Danny Masterson's family is the one that recruited Laura Prepon. Never mind that Laura Prepon had a front row seat at this Masterson family, you guys. It wasn't like she wasn't dating Chris Masterson for literally years. And she was going to that celebrity center and she was getting audits and she was going to family dinners. We're so close knit. We really tell each other everything. No boundaries is the way to go because doesn't that make us so close knit? So apparently she really wants to help people struggling with parents. And she would be very happy if it helped a single person. Well, you know what, Laura? I think you just helped us. I think that you literally just helped us. So thank you so much. Thank you so, so very much, because we couldn't be more helped with our own plight of the very toxic relationship that we had with our parents. Me speaking from first-hand literal experience, Laura. Since you are the LGBTQ advocate of the year that Netflix did put you to play that joke, and you have publicly stated that you have no problem with LGBTQ people, and you couldn't be more pro-LGBTQ, but you were funding these hotels where the LGBTQ people were being abused in unthinkable, dehumanizing, horrific ways that, now that come to think about it, like even Catholic conversion looks like a literal walk in the park compared to what y'all were into fully doing to LGBTQ members inside of your disgusting hotels, where you were a full paid member of, giving 10% to Carol Masterson every time you paid $100,000. Here, Carol, take 10 grand for yourself, because I'm really gonna go up this bridge. Was it Carol or Danny or Chris, your FSM? Who was the person who brought you there, Laura? Because maybe that's the type of thinking that you need to be doing. Next quote, even if we have great relationships with our mothers, It's complicated, she adds. I'm still learning from it. My mother has Alzheimer's, and I have to come to terms with the fact that this woman, who was an incredible force in my life, is fading. It's very hard to watch. I just try to be there and stay present for the good moments we have. So yeah, shout out to your mom that is suffering from Alzheimer's. We don't wish that on anybody. So maybe that's why it's so easy for you to really blame your mother on everything, because now come to find out you didn't even check in with your mother about, smearing her name and calling her the one that taught you to be bulimic and the one that was so toxic, having a toxic relationship with you. So we're not questioning that your mother had a toxic relationship with you, Laura. We are questioning why in the hell you are taking -0 accountability and being not transparent at all. Multimillionaire that you are, influencer of the universe with your 270,000 YouTube subscribers. Let's really sell people on this next thing. So shout out to People Magazine, you guys, just so you understand that this is a Hollywood problem that starts with the people that are enabling these celebrities to have this fake image, that pretend that the blood of kids spilled inside hotels can all be laundered by, pitching some BS watered down headline talking about how she really, really realized that she really did want to leave Scientology real quick after she became a mother. And, that really stopped her having any critical thinking skills for the kids that were stuck in those hotels for themselves. Let's just check out some more cooking tips of Laura. Her first public statements since Danny Masterson was literally convicted to life, guys.
And then some spinach. And this is really great to batch cook. This is a really great protein to have batch cooked, so you can mix it in a bunch of different things. The other thing I did was I took some zucchini and summer squash and carrots, diced them up, cooked them up with a little bit of chicken broth, which I got cooking over here. Butter, salt and pepper, very simple. And I'm going to mix that with my wild rice that I've prepped. The other thing I'm going to do is once I have this like rice concoction, I'm going to fill a pepper with it. So I'm going to make stuffed peppers. I love making my carb in something like this because it's really nice. You get that extra vegetable going on, color on your plate. It's beautiful. It's vibrant.
You know what's not very colorful and vibrant, Laura? The type of childhoods that kids are having for themselves inside those hotels. And adding a bell pepper to their plate, a stuffed bell pepper with wild rice that you're pitching here, would have literally not done anything to help any kid inside those hotels having a disgusting, horrific childhood, being abused while all adults watch, while all adults partake, while all adults literally put their money where their literal mouth is. They all pay for services. Let me really do pay for this next ethics handling. How much am I supposed to write this check that the IRS is going to really give me an incentive? Oh yeah, you guys, don't think that the little commissioner of the IRS is not in on the joke himself. He literally would go, oh, Laura, you just made $1 million this year as an actress. Well, if you just put $50K towards this hotel, all of a sudden you can tell your business manager to go like this to your taxes, minus $50K. Isn't that interesting, you guys? That you can just pay to go get audited by a minor inside Celebrity Center, and the IRS is going to reward you for donating to this 501c for services. You're donating, but you're getting serviced. So in what world is a donation a service? Because right about now, we could not be more confused ourselves. Maybe call up your business manager, Laura, and have them explain that to you. So on the next apology video that I'm sure your PR people are not going to let you do, you can really say, well, you know what? I did pay for $50K to get service by a minor, including but not limited to, but you know what? I was told this was all legal. How was I supposed to know that this was not legal? Well, you tell us. You literally tell us. How were you supposed to know?
And it's just like a fun way to eat your grains. So I'm going to fill this, cut the top off at an angle so it sits on top, and then you clean out the middle. And then you fill that with, I fill it with like quinoa and millet and rice and all sorts of fun things. So I'll fill this. So that'll be.
It would be fun if you filled it with accountability, transparency, and, just a little tad of humility. If those peppers would have been kept literally not stuffed, but you would have written post-it notes inside the bell peppers with your full accountability in there. Hey, you guys, I'm really going to get accountable here. I wrote up all the things I knew when Danny was doing all those shenanigans. And I'm going to now stuff it in a pepper. And, this is how we're going to all become accountable. Enjoy. Tastes so good. Oh, my God. The truth tastes great. Oh, my God. I'm already feeling the inflammation melting away from my body.
It'll be really fun to eat. And then I'm going to pop this in the oven for 30 minutes. So this cooks and everything inside gets all yummy and heated up.
We should pop you in the oven. I mean, literally pop yourself in the oven and see if maybe that experience of being inside an oven starts melting the grime and the cobwebs that are apparently interfering with your critical thinking skills. Because apparently there's a lot of neurons in your head that go convenience, no critical thinking skills, only when it's good for me. Go get that YouTube ad money. I mean, you guys, seriously.
I'm also going to mix a little bit of feta cheese in with the rice. And that's it. That's dinner. I'm very excited. So check this out. It's super easy. Okay, cool. So these are already pretty much cooked. Now I'm going to add in some rice. And then I love butter. If it's grass-fed organic butter and your body knows what it is, I'm all about the butter. So now I'm going to add in a little bit of butter, a little bit of salt and fresh pepper. So this is going to cook in the oven, so I don't have to go crazy with it. I just kind of want to blend the flavors a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it into this bowl. Okay, let's go to the next step. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just tossing in some crumbled feta cheese and some minced Italian flat leaf parsley. And I'm going to stir that up. And then we're going to fill our peppers. So once we get our peppers filled, we're going to throw them in a 350-degree oven. So let me show you. I'm going to move this just so I can show you how I do it.
Yeah, show us how you do it. 350-degree oven is where we want to put your head right about now.
So we're bringing it just so it's flat.
350-degree oven is where we hope the heat melts the cobwebs that are there in your head, preventing you from actually having a shred of humility, a shred of an awakening, a shred of an accountability as a main ingredient to how to have a good, happy life, given that you are a mother, given that you are in a position to set an example for your own children, given that you are literally the mother of a daughter who, were you really going to make her the best friend of Danny if you really could put that going forward? Would you really let your daughter just be running around Hollywood in all manner of unhinged, disgusting, degraded parties that y'all were all about hanging out? We're so cool. We're the coolest of the block. You, Mila, Ashton, Danny, all the amigos that you were, literally.
Like that on the top. Yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Let's do this one now. Look at how pretty that is. And this is like the perfect amount for 2 peppers. I'm going to fill the rest of this in here.
Perfect amount.
And then you give it a little pat down. I love mixing my grains with a ton of vegetables because then you end up with less grain. And I'm a fan of whole grains, organic whole grains. I love them. But then you just end up with less and a lot of vegetables. Look at that.
Yeah.
350 degree oven. Let's do it. Okay, pop the peppers in.
Because nothing like being skinny, nothing like showing us that she overcame bulimia by looking the most gaunt I've ever seen this woman ever look. But she did write that book that she overcame it. So
30 minutes. Beautiful. Okay, so the timer went off and these are done. Isn't that pretty?
pretty.
So when I serve them, I put the little top back on. Ah! Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Let's try that again. There we go.
Bell peppers are
Isn't that cute?
really,
Oh my gosh. All right, that one will be mine.
really.
Okay, dinner is ready. We have these beautiful peppers that are filled with our grain vegetable concoction.
Yes.
Salad and our turmeric turkey. Yummy. Dinner time. I hope you guys like this video. Oh.
Well, you know what, Laura? We didn't really actually like the video. We actually expected either to never hear from you ever again in our lives, in our literal lives. You should have just kept your damn mouth shut. Because this is giving, and see if you guys can guess what I'm about to say. This is what this is giving, Laura. Right about now. As if Ashton's and Mila's disgusting apology video where they didn't apologize for anything, where they just thought, let us just really blink our eyes and look real there in the headlights to really fool America, because it's not like we have the entire of America eating out of the palm of our literal hands, because that's all it takes to bamboozle all of the end users that consume your content. Oh, and let's not forget, you guys, here she goes. The good YouTuber that she is. Make sure y'all really go like and subscribe and all that jazz, because here, let's hear the end of the pitch.
If you haven't subscribed to my channel and turn on notifications so you know when I put up another video. See you guys soon. I'm gonna go check on the situation.
Oh, good, you guys. Just when we thought she couldn't redeem herself anymore, she's gonna go check on a situation. I wonder what kind of situation Miss Prepon is really gonna go check on. Because the first situation that you should look at, Miss Prepon, is your own personal literal situation. And the fact that you couldn't be more calculated, you couldn't be more easily, scamming us, the ones that did know what happened, the ones that did know you, the ones that did know all your little circle of enablers. It's not like Laura Prepon didn't have her own personal inner clique inside the inner clique of Danny Masterson, you guys. So all of these people had handlers. All of these people had yes men's and yes women that would just go around worshiping the ground. These literal slave masters of Hollywood and Scientology that were told all day long that they were very special to, just relax. You're so great. You're so special. Just be a cash cow, make a ton of money, and that's all it takes in America for you to get worshipped. Because that's what this American country is worshiping. Money, money, money. Who makes money? You make a lot of money? Oh, then you are really powerful. Then we really are going to treat you special. Oh, you make not a shred of money? Oh, who cares about you? Shut the F up. That's what we're being told. So there you go, guys. You heard it here first. Breaking news, or we're breaking the literal news with this horrific tone deaf apology. So let's go through all of y'all's comments. See what y'all been saying on the sidelines. Liz Ferris, hi buddy. Hello Liz, good to see you. Hi Joe, hi Amy. Scarlett Falanges, hello, hello. All of you guys apparently don't have a lot of questions. Laura Prepon has been AF. That's exactly right. She's been literally all about the stuffed pepper, you guys. I mean, as if that could not be the most tone deaf thing we've ever even heard of, right? Lorny Lurks, what are the age ranges at those hotels? Well, it varies, Lorny, because when we were there were ages, kids from, 4, 5, and even 6 years old at the cadet org. Never mind that today it's purported, it's alleged that they don't bring them that young, but not because they care about the kids. It's because it's become such a problem for them that they didn't want them that young. But other than that, it's fair game to target anyone under the age of 18. And depending on where you're going, depending on who your parents are, depending on the type of liability, legal liability you could pose, all of that is contingent upon where they're going to place you. So let's say that you're a 4th generation kid that grew up in Scientology, whose entire family is in this thing. Well, you're going to qualify for all manner of things to be done to you. But let's say that you're a kid that didn't grow up in Scientology and half of your family is not Scientologist, and half of your family could raise hell if they found out that all of a sudden you stopped going to high school at 13, then you're not going to qualify. Oh no, you really have to wait. So everything is on a case-to-case basis. They analyze and crisis manage every single slave that they're targeting to get abducted and scammed. So I know that doesn't give you a solid answer, but there is no solid answer because these people do actually, assess the risk according to what they want to do. Joe Spring, children are not commodities. Bingo. That is exactly our point. Sergio, your audio is dropping out. Oh no. I hope it wasn't too bad. Oh. Oh my God, you guys. This is awful. OMG. OMG. I hope you guys were able to hear something because I totally missed this. And I hope, I hear him fine as well. Oh, well, thank God. I'm so sorry, you guys. I really do apologize for that. I was charging my computer and I can't plug the mic when I do that. And, of course, I cannot keep that many things in my head because, ADD is real after you've been abused an entire childhood, trust. Lydia, Laura is completely distancing herself and trying to dodge bullets. That's right, Lydia. And, it would have been fine if she was distancing herself and keeping her mouth shut, but apparently she cannot do that. And she really does want the attention back on herself. And she really did think, if I just put up stuffed pepper video, no one's going to notice and no one's going to care that I've not made a single public statement until I just post a more tone deaf video than Mila and Ashton, as if that was even possible. Anita on fire. The tone deafness is strong with this one. That's right, Anita. Thank you for saying what we literally agree with. Because what in the literal hell, right, guys? Joe Spring, why in the literal hell is she talking about peppers? Thank you, Joe. That's exactly what we're asking. Why are we talking about peppers today in this year 2023? Why? It is accurate to call her a mother or Danny a father. There is a child in her care, but I feel like this title gets thrown around with them and so many others. Yeah, I mean, you know, abusers become mothers and fathers and all sorts of things, you guys. Truth. Yes, Joe. Truth, not turmeric. I need this shirt. Literally. What in the literal hell? Turmeric is gonna really, get you disinflamed. I mean, never mind, you guys. And this is real. Laura looked gaunt. She didn't look okay. She didn't look her normal chirpy self. And I'm sure that her conscience is weighing in on her. And this video is not just pointing out the obvious, tone deafness that is coming from, not actually coming forward with some actual humility, like as if these people don't have PR people. Like, why doesn't your PR people pitch and say, look, you really should come in defense of these women. You really should actually become transparent as to what you allowed back in the day. You were young, you were recruited also into this horrendous Mean Girls clique that you all had with Danny Masterson. I mean, as if the movie Mean Girls is not literally who Biju, Mila, Laura, Danny, Ashton, all of them are just mean girls from hell, wreaking havoc. Everything they touch became toxic, you guys. Were these guys all toxic? I don't know, but I think the toxicity spread between them, and then none of them stood a chance. Daria, by the way, if you click on people's YouTube videos like Laura, make sure to press back when you see these ads so you can skip. That way she doesn't make the money. Click back then again into the video until the ad is gone. Well, thank you, Daria, for that tip. I had no idea about that. But look, I mean, Miss Prepon is a very rich lady that I'm sure is not, going to try and get some ad for herself. But, I appreciate definitely your tip. And also something you guys can do is go ask her questions. I mean, all of these people have platforms, right, guys? It's like we are allowed to ask questions. No one's asking anyone to bully anybody. Ask intelligent, smart questions to these people to hold them accountable. Nobody has to insult anyone. This isn't personal. This isn't just mob mentality. What we all need to do is sharpen people's critical thinking skills. So when they're playing dumb, their mind short circuits and they're like, oh, hell, I cannot play dumb anymore. She's not a mother, Serge. Well, yeah, I mean, she's not a mother by actual physical universe, cognitive dissonance evidence, but, she's got 2 kids and not a shred of self-reflection since she left those hotels. Cowards target children. Thank you, CMBRX. That's exactly what is going on here. Targeting children, enslaving children, and it's all unthinkable. If you have to look up Danny Masterson's DJ name, DJ Donkey Punch, without the term DJ on Urban Dictionary, I've got news. He hid in plain sight for years. It was obvious and gross. I know, guys. And the thing is, again, all of his inner circle was full knowing. all of Danny's very, very intimate inner circle. That's how news gets spread in Scientology. The higher up you are, the more important and cool that you're, purported or perceived to be, the more dirt you get told. Just like any old mean girl from hell club. That's exactly how that culture works. It's all gossip mongering. It's all blackmail. It's all undue influence. It's all of that. Literally. And here we have a super chat from Charlie Hobo. Keep exposing these fake certs. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Yay. Yes, Charlie. That's exactly right. You all are the sunlight, you guys. We have 95 people here. Hope all of you could have liked this video, because the more we tell this algorithm that we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, the faster these videos are going to start actually not allowing Laura's team to call up people and say, hey, people, remember that little article you put out where Laura did a lot of self-reflection, forced self-reflection, and didn't come out with a shred of an idea of actual accountability. We really need to talk about it again, because now she's been caught doing bell pepper videos, guys. In the wake of Danny's conviction, Laura really took it upon herself to one-up the Kutchers. She's like, oh, hell no. I need to be talked about too. Case in the house. Hi, Case. The judge in Scientology, Flagland-based Free Ship and Celebrity Center International have huge hotels where the parishioners stay while they're getting Scientology services. That's right, you guys. So all roads in Scientology lead to a literal hotel. Hotel. A hotel that has bellboys, a hotel that has receptionists, a hotel that has room keys, a hotel where your luggage gets picked up, because you get really treated as very special if you stay at Celebrity Center. Oh, you're our celebrity of the day. Come here. Let's get you this special entrance where no one else uses it unless you're very, very special. So, in this case, describing here, the Free Winds, the so-called floating cathedral, is also a hotel where people are paying for room and literal board. That's what it's called. And then you have the Flagland base, the literal Fort Harrison Hotel, where these people go and pay up. Now, remember, you cannot enter those hotels unless you've been vetted, unless you've had the approval to be allowed to have a shred of ice inside that hotel. So no one that isn't trusted to keep the very dark, disgusting, despicable secrets that they're all going to see inside that hotel. Nothing is hidden from view inside those hotels, you guys. Literally, they put the very good looking receptionist, young receptionist, to man up the reception. You won't find an ugly old person in there manning anything that has to do with their public image, because apparently all it takes in the United States to run a racketeering enterprise is to go get yourself some good looking people and some celebrities. That's a stuffed pepper of criminality right there. Literally, let's give the counter recipe for Laura's pepper. Guys, here's the pepper. This is going to be a really ugly pepper, okay, you guys? So don't laugh, because we literally could not care any less. Here's the pepper. And inside the pepper, where it is getting stuffed, you have this. This is what the stuffed pepper inside those hotels is. Hotel, kids, and money. So all that Laura Prepon had to do, instead of, stuffing the peppers with low carbs, because God forbid you gain a pound, God forbid you eat something non-organic and highly toxic, as if not eating toxins is helping you not be toxic, Laura. That's what they sold you in that hotel. Because Scientology does have this whole purported thing where we're so clean, clear body, clear mind. You know, go stuff yourself in a sauna. So really, you clean yourself. Okay, in the house, the judge Scientology loves convincing children and their parents that they should sign a billion-year contract dedicating themselves to servitude. These children are young and experiencing horrible abuse. That's right, Kate. So, case in the house, who was also in Scientology, also recruited as an 18-year-old. Oh, here she is. Serge was one of them. I was there too at 18. They go after young ones. Young and good looking, guys. Young and good looking is what they're into, what they are wanting to really recruit. And it's not good. It's not good at all. IDGAF about kids being abused, workplace abuse, R, imprisonment, etc. If I do care about plating, but I do care about plating. If I do care about plating, yes. Thank you, Tatiana. That is exactly what it was. And are we there yet? Does anyone know if she's ever said anything at all about the sociopath body DM? Anything? No, that's the thing with Laura RV. Literally, she has said nothing. Nothing. Just let's keep our literal mouth closed for the remainder of this and see if no one can see what in the hell we're doing. Young equals moldable. They can make you a robot to do their bidding. And that's really what it all comes down to, guys. Case in the house. They like the kids without family involvement, with no way out and nobody to rescue them. I mean, literally, guys, it's not like they have them fill out a ton of paperwork, questionnaires. Who's your mom? Who's your dad? Who's your uncle? Who's your cousin? Where do they work? What do they do? How long have they been there? How many times have you gone to the doctor? How many times have you gone to school? Where did you go? Who was there? Who was it's all the story of somebody that gets data mined. And the whole time they're purporting to be like, oh, our qualifications are so high. So you may not meet them, but if you really do tell us that no one's going to miss you in the outside world, and all of a sudden you're going to qualify. So that's what's being called out here. Okay, I don't think I can even say that name, but MAC, Children Controllable Bees. Absolutely. We're just all being controlled. And Daniel, what was her statement? Well, Daniel, her statement was about peppers, literally. You know, Laura, who has kept her mouth shut, who has not said a shred of a thing, who hasn't posted something in a while, did take it upon herself to talk about bell peppers in the wake of everything that has been coming up. Caroline H. Her smile and laugh feel forced and fake. She's got to be in a lot of turmoil with the current events. Help or shut up, Laura. Thank you, Caroline. That's exactly what this is. You know, like I said, you guys, we are concerned. Miss Prepon has never looked more gaunt in her life. Like what Caroline is saying here, the smile, the forcedness, like that's not how she usually looks. You know, credit when credit is due. Miss Prepon is extremely charismatic, is extremely good looking, is extremely, you know, the perfect Hollywood actress. But, you know, I guess her conscience might be catching up to her right now. Joe Springs, straight up, if somebody had called a friend, was charged with something like that, I could be the first one public calling out there. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. I mean, that's what it calls for, right? And unfortunately, that's not what's happening. And we get it. It's not convenient. It's not easy. It's not in their best interest to become, you know, actually transparent. And they have a whole manner of handlers telling them, no, don't do that. Don't say that. Don't don't say that, don't say this, don't say blah. So that's what's, that's what the problem is, you guys. So what did we learn today? We learned that stuffed pepper apology videos that are being pitched as not apology videos are actually a step down for where the kuchas are, because Miss Prepon is pitching at the end of her videos to go subscribe and like her videos and forget that she ever had anything to do with anything, because she couldn't be bothered to literally say a shred of a thing. So that's not going to fly in this year 2023, Laura. So go ask your PR team how transparency, how accountability can be the main ingredients of your video, where, maybe you come forward with receipts that make you look actually bad, that actually tell a transparent truth instead of glossing it as if you don't know anything that is going on, as if you were not dating Chris Masterson for 8 years, as if you were not at that celebrity center being a paid celebrity member funding the trafficking of minors at an industrial size scale. So maybe call up your friends at the Hollywood Reporter and see if maybe with transparency and honesty, y'all can really come up with a headline that actually makes a shred of change. So that's all we have for this video, you guys. We're going to be having a video coming up this afternoon. We're going to have a panel that would also be great for you to watch, Laura, that's called Betrayal Blindness. And we're going to be speaking with 3 other kids that grew up in Scientology. And we're going to be breaking down the subject of betrayal blindness as, one of the biggest, factors, one of the biggest ingredients in the bell pepper, in the stuffed bell pepper that they gave us in that hotel to eat, so that we would lose all our rights and so that we would get scammed and trafficked all at the same time. So if y'all want to watch that, make sure you stay tuned for that information coming up. And thank you for helping. I want to remind all of you that you can always follow me on Instagram. We're going to start posting more pictures and more receipts there. Search at Search Del Mar on Instagram. We're going to continue to ask questions of the FDLE, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. And I really want to invite all of you that do have Instagram to follow me there, and we can actually reach a lot of other agencies that did take it upon themselves to have Instagram accounts for themselves, and a ton of pictures pitching how they care about kids. So let's start questioning those pitches in this year 2023. Let's just come up with very good questions to ask of these people and see what in the literal hell they have to say for themselves. Okay, guys? So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all extremely soon. Bye-bye.